Hello, my name is Joanna Dubb. This is SLP212 Receptive Language Therapy Project. This project is for children ages between 6 and 7 years old. The goal for this project is to work on following directions. And for this project, I will be using a simple activity of washing hands. And I will need some visual aids. Those are pictures with each step-by-step directions for washing hands. And also cut-out pictures of the same schedule. And also we will be doing a hands-on activity. To begin this activity, I might say, "Hi Johnny, today we will be working on following directions. To help you understand this concept, we will be using a simple activity of washing hands. To complete the activity, we will use pictures and we will also practice how to wash our hands. I will give you directions and I will ask you questions about the activity, so make sure that you pay attention to each step. This is our poster with step-by-step directions of how to wash our hands. And pay attention, Johnny. The first step to wash our hands is to turn the water on. Second is to wet our hands. Then we get the soap because we want to clean our hands really good. Then we can wash our hands once we have the soap. And then we need to rinse our hands because we don't want all that soap on our hands. And once we rinse the hands, we can just turn the water off. But our hands are still wet. So then we're going to have to get a paper towel and dry our hands on a paper towel. And then throw the used paper towel away. Now, Johnny, you have to remember to follow directions carefully. Because to wash our hands, first we need water, then we need soap. After that, we need to really wash our hands, and then we need to dry our hands. And it is very important to follow directions, because if we don't follow directions, then we might get into some trouble. I will give you an example. For example, if we just turn the water on and wet our hands, we will skip all those steps and we will just dry our hands on a paper towel. That means that our hands are still dirty, because for our hands to be clean, we need to get the soap, we need to wash our hands and rinse our hands and then turn the water off. So make sure, Johnny, that you follow directions very carefully. And next, we will proceed to our hands-on activity. So, Johnny, now I will show you how the activity should look like. And pay attention to every step that I will be doing while washing my hands. And during this activity, this picture schedule will be available, so Johnny can associate my actions with each picture that we have here. So first, we turn the water on. Then we wet our hands. Next, we get soap. And we wash our hands really good, really good. Then we need to rinse our hands. And now we can turn the water off. we get the paper towel, we dry our hands, and we throw the paper towel away. Now, Johnny, notice how I followed every step, all the directions. I will show you what happens when you don't follow the directions. Let's say I turn the water on and I wet my hands. I can even get soap. But now, I decide not to follow all the directions and I just turn the water off and I skip washing hands and rinsing hands. And look what happens, Johnny. My hands are wet and I have sticky soap on my fingers. Not a good idea. So Johnny, make sure that you follow the directions really good. Let me just rinse it off. And now I would ask Johnny to perform the activity. And while he's doing it, I would ask him questions and give him some directions. Let's say I would say, okay, Johnny, please turn the water on. Or then I can say, okay, Johnny, now get soap and wash your hands. And then I will continue giving him 3-step directions. For example, Johnny, now get the paper towel, dry your hands, and throw the paper towel away. And while we are doing this activity, we can also sing a simple song to make this activity a little bit more interesting. Like, this is the way we wash our hands, wash our hands, wash our hands. This is the way we wash our hands each and every day. Also, every time that Johnny gets the correct step right, the next step right, I will give him praise and I will award him with, let's say, M&Ms or pretzels. So, to make the activity a little bit more easier, I will use pictures. Just in case Johnny gets stuck on one step and he doesn't know the following directions, I will show him a picture. Let's say his hands are wet and he doesn't know what to do next. I will show him the picture of get soap, so he knows that the next step is to get soap. To make the activity a little bit more difficult, I will not show him any pictures. I will simply ask questions. Johnny, what comes next? You got the soap, so what comes next? And throughout the activity, I would try and keep Johnny on track to make sure that he understands that following directions is very important, just like I showed in the beginning of the activity. To finish up the activity, I will ask Johnny to arrange these cutout pictures in the correct order. Just like we practiced throughout the whole session, that following directions is very important. So I will ask Johnny to arrange these in the correct order. And also, I will ask Johnny if he remembers what happens if we don't follow directions. Once Johnny has completed this task and arranged all the pictures in the correct order, then I will ask Johnny to repeat back to me step-by-step directions of how we wash our hands to make sure that he really understands the concept of following directions and he understands what comes first, next, and then. Thank you.